Alright guys, Diecast Mini here with another video. Today I'm going to be doing a model review of the Ertl Hitachi EH700 rigid frame haul truck. This model was produced in 1/50th scale in the year 2009. This was available in two versions, the high detail version and this slightly cheaper version, which does not feature the details of the high detail version. The original machine has 525 horsepower, maximum payload of 41.9 tons, maximum speed of 47.2 miles per hour, and it has a 1,400 pounds operating weight. Now, I'll start the review by saying that this model is mainly made of die-cast, and it is pretty nice for the price I picked it up for. Picked it up for about $15 on Black Friday, off of 3,000 Toys. It's retailed about $30. Start off with the front. The grille is pretty nice. It's slightly etched through. It says Euclid over here, and it has your painted lights. Here is a step that's not actually cut through. Here are your steps to get up to the operator's area, and here's the cab. The glass is actually black plastic, and you can't actually see through it. Here's your exhaust system, your muffler, and here's a large air intake or air cleaner. Here's some vents from the cab, and here's your door. Now, here you can see part of the diesel engine in there. I believe the engine is either a Cummins or a Detroit. Not specifically sure which one it is. Here's your large diesel tank. There are two-stage hydraulic cylinders here, and they're two-stage because here's the main cylinder, and there's another one inside it which allows it to reach a higher height while still maintaining a compact profile of the cylinder. This model, the cylinders there are actually pretty fragile by means of how they look. As you can see there, it's pretty scratched up, because if you let sand or even a little bit of dust and dirt in there, it'd be pretty abrasive on the model and scratch up the cylinders. Here, the decals are just paper decals with a laminated kind of finish, so they are pretty nice and crisp. You can barely tell. On the back of the model, there are the tires. They're a nice hard rubber and have an excellent tread on them. There are working springs or shocks. So there's working suspension on the back. Here are your decals. There are the warning backup lights. Lots of unpainted rivets on this model. Under here you can see there's the battery box. Down on the underside of the model, here is the bottom of the radiator fan, bottom of the engine block, and as you can see it has some hydraulic steering, which is excellently replicated. And here's the drawbar or tie rod. You would think it has actual suspension, but the hydraulic cylinders or springs are actually just plastic, so no actual suspension on the front. Here are two hooks to mount the transmission transfer case, but that is not on this specific model because they took that out to keep the cost low. And here's the point that the transmission would go into the differential, which is this large large area. But the differential does, it pretty much spreads the power to the rear axle through here, and supplies the power to the rear end of the machine. So here the frame is nicely replicated, and the model is pretty big, not the biggest haul truck out there. It's a nicely sized model, very inexpensive if you can find it on Black Friday. It's pretty nice, has a few downfalls like the wobbly tires. They tend to go out like that, but you can just push them in. So other than that, there are no real defects with the model. It's a pretty good looking model, and it's one of the cheapest haul trucks out there. So I recommend this model, and it can be easily loaded with a 450 or a 980G. It's not prototypically correct being loaded with a 450, so it would look a lot better with the WSI Hitachi Zaxxas 870 for proper sizing. There you go, guys, the review of the Hitachi EH700.